Notices began appearing in the Glasgow press in the mid-1850s advertising a rental property in Old Kilpatrick. Built by the 12th Lord Blantyre, Dalnottar House was home for many of the most famous Glasgow business names of the time. Some stayed for months, others for years. As well as scenic views of the Clyde, the property had the advantage of being close to Glasgow, 9 miles away. One of the first long-term residents was David McBrain Sr., father of another David, who created the company that became Caledonian McBrain, the famous shipping line. David McBrain Sr., recently widowed, lived there for 3 years from 1860 until his death. He lived with his son, John Burns McBrain, and John's family. The McBrain family eventually left in 1865. The Kitson family followed, moving into Dalnottar House in 1866 and stayed there for 8 years. George Jardine Kitson made his money as chair of the Clyde Shipping Company, at that time the oldest steamship company in the world. The Kitson family moved on to live in Langbank in Finlayston House. In 1889, John Henderson took up residence and stayed for 5 years. Henderson was one of 4 brothers. John and Thomas concentrated on running their passenger ship company, which eventually became the Anchor Line. David and William became shipbuilders, building commercial and high-end yachts at Meadowside, Partick, for customers such as the Prince of Wales. By far the longest residents were the Crums, who moved to Dalnottar and stayed there for nearly 30 years until 1930. The Crums, Eleanor and Walter, and their daughter Jocelyn, had wealthy roots on both sides of the family. Walter's wealth came from port and the chemical industry, and his family had long-standing Dumbartonshire connections. Eleanor, his wife, was a Croft, also a port dynasty. The family expanded to include Hyacinth Chitty, Eleanor's orphaned niece. The ladies in the family were interested in arts and culture. Eleanor wrote plays which the girls at other local families performed in. Hyacinth married Henry MacLeod Havergal, principal of the Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama. Her son Giles was a key figure in the development of the Citizens' Theatre. The house became an administration centre for the Royal Navy during the Second World War and became known as Admiralty House. It was eventually demolished in the 1990s.